Hi, this is Ushio, and this is DreamCatcher Reflections Chapter 1. And I do believe that this is a kinetic visual novel, so it's not one where you particularly make decisions or change the story, but you just kind of kick back and let the game tell the story for you. In we go, let's take a look. Do you ever think about dreams? Not the ones you have when you're asleep, but goals, ambitions, secret desires, daydreams. Sometimes they seem so close that you can reach out and touch them, but then you come back and look at the real world, and it just seems so dull in comparison. Is this really all there is? It's depressing to think about. Except maybe for some people, there really is something more. Hey, Riza. Riza, wake up? What? I was going to ask you if you did the English homework. Are you drawing again? Riza frowns and pulls her notebook closer to her. Maybe, so what if I am? Suzume shakes her head. I don't know how you're passing anything. I have straight A's and you know it. I do know, and it's kind of infuriating. You spend all your time doodling. When do you study? I don't most of the time. It's just not very hard for me. Oh wow, that's really infuriating then. Suzume dramatically throws her arms into the air as she walks away. Oh, don't let her get to you. She's just melodramatic, been spending too much time with those theatre kids. Riza returns her attention to her notebook. She wasn't getting to me, I honestly just don't want to be here today. Mel sighs. Yeah, you never really do though. But hey, don't get too lost in your own little world. Class is actually starting soon. Oh yeah, and we have those counsellor meetings today too, I think. Counsellor meetings? Yeah, that thing where they make everyone meet with the guidance counsellors to talk about your plans for college or whatever. Riza groans. Yeah, I forgot about those. That's just great. Yeah, growing up sucks. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Riza watches as Mel disappears into the crowd of students and then looks back to her sketch. What we doodling? Luna. There goes the bell. End of school for the day. Riza stares at the sheet of paper that the guidance counsellor has just slapped on the desk in front of her. Okay, what's this? Instructions for how to register for the SAT. You don't seem to have registered to take the test yet. It's important to take it now, in case you don't get the score you want and need to take it again before applying to colleges. But I don't graduate until next year. I know, but the preparation starts in your junior year, especially if you're looking to get in on early admission. Have you decided what schools you want to apply to yet? I was actually thinking about taking a year off, maybe get a job or something. The guidance counsellor laughs frantically. Oh god, no, don't do that. If you take a year off, you'll never want to go back. Best to just go straight through. Have you thought about a major? No, not really. I mean, I don't really know what I want to do with the rest of my life, I guess. I'm like 16. Nothing at all you're interested in? I mean, I like to draw, so art, maybe? Oh no, I wouldn't go that route. That's a hobby, it's not a career. You don't want to become one of those starving artist types. Riza tries not to roll her eyes and fails. What do you suggest then? Oh, that's not for me to decide. You can be anything you want to be. The possibilities are endless. But you'll want something that's in demand, ideally. How about information technology? Lots of jobs there. I'm not... You know what? Never mind. Thanks for the tip. Can I go? The counsellor leans back and points at the instruction sheet. Take that with you. Okay, fine. Riza snatches the paper off the desk. Yeah, thanks. We are out. Riza exits the office, slamming the door behind her. That's a hobby, not a career. Don't want to become one of those starving artist types. I don't know what else I expected from a high school counsellor. It's like they're trained to crush dreams. Not that that's really my dream. Do I even have one? Riza pauses, stopping at the top of the hill to look over the landscape. It's late March, and dots of green can be seen on the barren trees, under an overcast sky. A woodpecker can be heard, building a nest somewhere nearby. High school, college, job I probably don't want. That can't be all there is to life, can it? A large white dog greets Rizza as she steps through the front of her door. Down, Roxy. Rizza's mother sits at the kitchen table, looking over some bills. Oh good, you're home. She digs through her purse and tosses the object she pulls out to Rizza. Your aunt brought that back from her trip. She thought you might like it. What's this? It's a DreamCatcher. It's supposed to stop bad dreams before they get to you. It's a Native American thing. Oh, Rizza plays with the feathers of the DreamCatcher. Tell her I said thanks, I guess. So what do I do with it? Hang it up, I suppose. It's a nice decoration, at least. Okay. Hey, Mum. What's up? Did you ever want to do something other than what you do now? Like for a career? You mean, other than being an accountant? Yeah. Rizza's mother taps her chin thoughtfully with a pen. I wanted to train horses when I was younger. Okay, why didn't you? Life just doesn't always happen the way we want it to when we're young. I guess, anyway. Why do you ask? Guidance counsellor wants me to start thinking about college. Well, you probably should. Your father and I haven't been saving for that for all these years for nothing. Do you really have enough saved for me to go to college? No, but it might be enough for a semester or two. It's a bit more expensive than it was when you were born. Oh, yeah, better start looking at scholarships too then. You could definitely get some with your grades. Oh yeah, thanks. Rizza takes the DreamCatcher and disappears up the stairs. All these pressures. Later that night, Rizza yawns, shuts down her computer, closing out of the acceptance requirements page of the local IT program and crawls into bed. The DreamCatcher is hanging on a cabinet door across the room. Rizza frowns at the charm, wondering if it actually works as described. Nightmares don't plague her on the regular, but it would be nice if they didn't do it at all. She shrugs, turns off the lamp and rolls over, wrapping the blanket tightly around her. Just as she's about to fall asleep, images of college applications and scholarship requirements cycling through her head at random, a voice pierces her consciousness. Rizza. She ignores it, assuming it to be a pre-REM hallucination of some sort. Yo, get up. She retreats deeper into the blankets. Yo, get up, Rizza! Slowly, Rizza opens her eyes, blinking a few times. She feels lighter, almost like she's floating. The surrounding area is bright but foggy, and she can't see too far into the distance. There's a shiny tile covering the ground. Well, it's about time. Rizza gasps, and faces the source of the voice, someone, or rather something, standing there. She takes a step back, then stops, recognition setting in. Luna. The creature smiles. Hey, pup. Rizza doesn't answer, so many thoughts suddenly racing through her head that she can't keep up with them. Oh no, don't look at me like that. This is as weird as it is for me as it is for you. Anyway, I got a proposition for you. Rizza just continues to stare. Luna sighs. Okay, look, you're not dreaming, I'm really here. And I can explain, sort of, but we're on the time crunch here. Time crunch. Oh good, you do remember how to speak. Look at your hand. What? Why am I see-through? Listen, this world has some defense mechanisms. It doesn't like foreign objects. You need a sort of credential to be here. Luna reaches into her pocket. Or a key. A key. Luna tosses her a glowing jewel, which she nearly drops. Instantly, her hand becomes solid again. Okay, here's a short version. You are what's referred to as a dreamer in my world. You were able to open the portal into this place, the Gate World, or the Grand Gate. It's got a few names. The way I understand it, it's sort of a nexus that leads to other realms that... Luna points to the jewel. It's a dreamstone. It allows you to access another world besides your own, mine. Are you getting all this? Okay, sort of. Good enough. Anyway, we're in need of some dreamers at the moment, so if you want to, you can come with me. If not, we're going to find somebody else, I guess, but I need you to decide sooner rather than later. Before Rizza can answer, there's a rumbling from within the fog. What is that? Slowly, a large, bulky creature, appearing to be made of marble, lumbers into view. What is this thing? Gonna shoot. No, don't do that. Luna swears and gracefully hops out of the way of the laser that the creature fires off. That was fast. Pup, are you coming or not? Rizza remains frozen, the current flow of events far outpacing her ability to think. Rizza. Yes. Good. Luna drags Rizza away by the arm, dodging the laser. Why is it attacking us? What even is it? It's a golem. They protect this world from things that aren't supposed to be here, and it's not attacking you, it's attacking me, because you have the Dreamstone now. Come on, the gate's just up ahead. Gate. Yeah, that one. Luna lands in front of an ornate gate, setting Rizza down before dashing off toward the golem. Open it. But how? Gonna jump at this thing. Coming in for an attack. Here we go. All powered up and stuff. Give it a smack. That's it, right in the head. The stone's the key. Find the keyhole. As the golem starts to stand back up, Rizza examines the gate, and in the centre, there is what appears to be a lock. It has a hole in the centre. This doesn't look like any lock I've seen before, but we'll give it a go. Rizza holds the stone up to the gate. It floats to the keyhole, its glow intensifying. The gate slides open. Rizza steps back as the ground rumbles, only to be grabbed by Luna and pulled through the gate. When Rizza regains her senses, she can feel stone under her feet and the light breeze tickling her face. She slowly opens her eyes. Luna's standing in front of her on a grassy cliff overlooking a strange land. A couple of birds fly by. Welcome to Sanvalet, pup. Wow. It feels familiar, but not somehow. It's not the only thing. Look behind you. Rizza turns to find a pool of water at her feet. Her reflection is visible. Rizza gasps. Luna smiles. Congrats. You? Are the new Wolf Dreamer. And that is it. That is the end of chapter 1. So we have been summoned into another world by Luna. So that's an interesting twist to the end of this little chapter 1. But there are more chapters, and if people like this one, I'm sure I'm going to do more. This is Usho signing off, and hopefully I will see you next time.